All right, welcome to Hoops Tracker. We are kicking off season 4 of Hoops Tracker. We've done over 200 episodes after the last couple of years. We're very excited. Welcome back to school. Hoops Tracker is your source for Colorado basketball. This is your host, Jerry Howard. Wow, we had a phenomenal summer. We are going to kick off the high school season. We're going to talk a little bit about the summer, where we ended the season last year. And without further ado, let's dive in. All right, here you go. Hoops Tracker, your source for Colorado basketball. We've had some great and players and teams do great things this summer. Welcome back. We don't have everybody's logo, but we're working on it. But Highlands Ranch, Riverdale, Valor, Cherokee Trail, Broomfield. All right, latest news. Wow. Bri Crittenden finishes last year all-time scoring 2,333 points. She is on target to basically break the all-time scoring record probably in mid-January, just after the first of the year. But she is playing in the Slam Summer Classic. She's ranked top 10 in the country. She will be ranked probably in the top 5 here pretty shortly, but she has quite a summer. She just got back from China. She was in Greece. Their team was traveling all over the world, literally. Comes back, gets a few days rest, goes to New York. Now she's on her way to LA later in the week for the LeBron event and the big Nike Mamba event. Bri's got a loaded summer. She's already narrowing down her final, probably, I think, 6 or 7 schools is what we've heard. We're waiting to see what that final list looks like. But she ended the season all-time scoring leader. Sienna Betts graduated. She ended as the all-time rebounding leader over boys and girls, a record that has stood for over 30 years in Colorado. So national, national players making an impact. We've got new coaches. Chassa's releasing their new logo. Love the new look, Chassa. Congratulations on that. But big news, Crittenden's got a bunch of stuff still going on. We'll wait to see what those final schools are. Now, who are the hot players in the 2026 class? We already know about Bri. She's got a ton of offers. She's narrowing down her list. Peyton Jones, considered one of the top 20, 30 player in the country. She crushed it this summer. She's one of the top 3-point shooters in the country. I think she's top 5, maybe top 4. Paige Gilpatrick, our first commit in the 2026 class to Boise State. Kinley Ass, Kyla Hollier. Look, there is a ton more ladies in this 26 class. Can't wait to see where Aaliyah Broadus ends up, Juliet Slater. You've got a lot of young ladies who are killing it on this on the college scene, and we'll see and wait to see where everything goes. Now, last year we ended the rankings. Grandview won state. Legend was in the finals, came up just short. Riverdale Ridge ended up number 3 in our poll, then Valor, then Pine Creek, Broomfield, Cherry Creek, CT. At the 5A level, Mullen, Air Academy, Mullen won their state again. Then you got Meade, Windsor, Green Mountain, Roosevelt, Lutheran, Frederick, a lot of top quality teams. I can tell you this is going to change. Why? Grandview, they lose Sienna Betts. Who do they have? They have Ava Chang, and that's pretty much it. They've got a lot of good role players, but I doubt that they will be back in the top 8 or Elite 8. Legend graduates their starting 5. Top 6 players. They have a great JV program that ran the table last year, and they are reloading, but I doubt they'll be at number 2. Riverdale Ridge returns everybody, and I mean everybody. They are going to be probably the team to beat, but we'll get into that in a second. Valor loses a couple of key seniors, but Valor has Peyton Jones, Cameron Gunter, who's blowing up on the scene right now from a recruiting perspective. Pine Creek loses Brooklyn Stewart. Will they be back in the top 8? Broomfield comes back with almost everybody. They lose a couple of seniors, key senior Olivia Kim, but Cherry Creek is decimated. The Twins transfer to Northfield. Ari, one of their top point guards, transfers to Cherokee Trail. They graduate Braylon. They graduate their top players, Ania Chambers, Tiana Chambers. The cupboard, they are in rebuilding mode, as we would say. Cherokee Trail, they're going to be interesting. 5A, you got Mullen Air Academy. Mullen is going to be back. However, we know that their top point guard tore her ACL this summer, but they have a lot of different role players, and that team is built around Mackenzie Jones. Air Academy, they graduate a ton. The only one left from last year's team that's going to be a big contributor and starter is Kinley Asp. Everybody graduates or moved. Meade, Windsor return a ton of quality players. So does Green Mountain. Roosevelt graduates Ryan Banson Price. What's left in the cupboard at Roosevelt? Kyla Hollier, and I think they're going to be in rebuilding mode as well. So let's take a look at what the new preseason Hoops Tracker rankings are. Riverdale is number 1. They return one of the top 10 players in the country. She's about ready to crush the scoring record for Colorado. I bet Bri gets probably 3,200 points when it's all said and done, might be more. Broomfield comes back. You got the Gilpatrick sisters. Most of their starting lineup comes back with the exception of Olivia Kim. We've got them ranked number 2. Now, Highlands Ranch, they crushed it this summer. They beat everybody. And I mean, they beat Broomfield, they beat Valor, they beat a ton of good teams. Highlands Ranch is loaded. They're young. We're going to see how that comes through. One of the biggest factors is they have a post player who's been injured most of the spring and summer. And if she comes back healthy, they will be a dominant force. But even without her, they've got Addison and Katie Moon. They've got Jada Rogers. They got Kimley Banson. They got Kimley Thompson. They've also got Kennedy Tolliver, a freshman who's coming up from that nice EYBL 15s team, plus a slew of other players. Now, Valor, they graduated a couple of key players, but they've got Peyton Jones, Cameron Gunter, Kate Fusel, and rumor has it they've got an incoming freshman that's going to be pretty darn good. And then Cherokee Trail, they ran the table this summer. They won the UNC team camp. These guys are loaded, and they get the top player, in my opinion, in the 2029 class. Her name is Chloe Kane. She's a point guard. SEC coaches are already talking about this young lady. She is going to be special. Legend returns a lot. Arapahoe has a key core. Denver East, never count out Carl Matty. He's got a seasoned group coming back. Mayri Hardy, Gracie Hall. It's going to be really interesting. And then Northfield picks up 2 transfers, London and Paris Taylor. Plus you have Madison Bethel. Now, LaPortia Allen, she actually got injured this summer. She'll probably be out most of the season. But this core team, there's another young player that just got eligible at the end of last season. She is going to be really good. Northfield's going to be a team to contend with, and so is Chaparral. Chaparral did really well this summer. If we look at Mullen, we've already talked about it. You got Mackenzie Jones, and you got a core of really good role players around that. But you've got a very hungry Windsor team that's been to the Final Four, at least 4 years, maybe even 5 in a row. They are loaded with talent. You've got Nola Greenwall, you've got Gracie Worsley, you've got other players on that team, and this team is out to win a title. You got Meade with Callie Clark. They return a core group of players, and they have some younger players that are coming up that are pretty good players. You got Green Mountain, who made the appearance last year in the Elite Eight. They returned some key players. You got Lutheran, you got Frederick. Man, it's going to be a great season. This is our preseason rankings as they stand right now. But of course, like everything, they will change. We'll see how things happen come November, December 1st, when the season starts. All right, summer is over. Now what? Did you get offers? What did you get to make yourself better? How is recruiting going? We are going to be doing another inside recruiting seminar. Keep an eye out. Great seminar, great feedback from the first round of players and parents. You know, the biggest thing that you can be doing right now, summer's over, you've rested your body, get in the weight room. Yes, girls, the weight room. Get in, work hard, get better, get physically stronger, get faster, work on your shooting, work on your ball handling, work on all of it, because college coaches know that Colorado produces players and they're looking for the next round of players. Our inside recruiting seminar will give you hints and tips on how to get recruited and what you should be doing now. All right, you got news, share it, DM us, Twitter, Instagram. Also, don't forget, we have a ton of interviews that we'll be doing this fall, not only college coaches, but players. Players, we've heard a lot of players. We've already had Paige Gilpatrick come on, make her announcement for Boise State. If you're ready to narrow down your list, hook us up. We'll get you on the Hoops Tracker show, and you can tell us who your final list is, and you can make your announcements for your commitments coming this fall. We're curious to hear how everything's going, but remember, Hoops Tracker is your source for Colorado basketball, and we are here and we're covering all of it. And we are pumped. We've got new staff members on that are going to be helping us through the season, and we're looking forward to it. So without further ado, Jerry Howard, your host, we're out. Have a great first week of school, and we look forward to seeing you in the gym.